Go. Well.
Hi guys, so today we're going to be doing a kind of different video. We're basically having my dog, Sammy, decide how much time I have to make a game. So, England right now is in lockdown, so are many other countries because of the whole coronavirus thing. I figured it'd be a good thing if I go ahead and make a new project, like a new game. So today I'm having my dog decide how long I have to make a game. Fairly simple. I'm going to basically have 3 pieces of paper on the ground, one for 24 hours, then 48 hours, and 72 hours. And my dog's going to choose one of like those 3 sheets. So we're going to get into it right now. So I have these 3 pieces of paper, the 24 hours one, the 48 hours one, and the 72 hours one. Let's go ahead and grab some treats. So I have my dog Sammy here right now, and he's going to go ahead and grab the treats. Sammy, stop. Not yet. Okay. Ready? Go! Oh, he went for the 24-hour treat. So, 24 hours to make a game. So it's currently 1:46 PM on a Monday, 30th. So I have until tomorrow, Tuesday, 31st, 1:46.
Right. So I'm mad. The beginning clips of this video got corrupted. So basically whenever I tried to open it, it came up with like an error message and it just wouldn't freaking open. So instead of that, I'm going to run down what happened in those clips because it won't make sense for the rest of the video. So basically I decided to go with a kind of like isolation theme for the game because of what is currently happening, and you know, it kind of fits everything else. And I wanted to make like a platformer, and basically I wanted it to be like Celeste or Super Meat Boy, where you had to like dodge these spikes and stuff and try and get to the end of the level. Pretty simple. So basically I made a simple platformer movement which took about 10 minutes because I'm really used to making platformer movement now. Then I kind of spent like of time making the sprites, which actually ended up being a good thing in the end because it's like the only thing that makes the game good at the moment. And then I kind of set up some basic collisions with the walls so the player doesn't like fall through the ground and everything. And that's about it. That's all that happened in those clips. And not gonna lie, it didn't take too long, probably just over an hour. And I guess now we're back to the actual recording. Yay! Okay, so I basically made a little mechanic thing. So here we have a little orb which bounces up and down, and it uses the same code that I used in Awoken for all my items when they float up and down. Basically, currently it's just an orb, but you can walk into it, and this now gives you the ability to shoot. So I added a small screen shake that occurs, and I also did some sort of knockback for the player, so when you shoot that happens. I also added a simple sound and a little particle when you hit sort of the ground. Now basically what's going to happen is this can like knock you back. So for example, it's going to be like the main mechanic in the game. So currently if I try and jump up here, you can see that it's impossible for me to jump this. No matter how hard I try, I can't get there. But basically you can use the gun to kind of propel yourself and actually get up there. And that's going to be the sort of main mechanic of the game. So right now there's nothing you can actually do. I'm also thinking of having this gun to shoot enemies, which will kill them. So it's sort of like this gun has multiple purposes. So the next thing I'm probably going to implement is some spikes or some things that can actually kill you, because I feel like currently you can just sort of run through. But, by the way, once I get these sort of main mechanics and things working, I'm basically going to implement other levels, but I'm basically gonna create these mechanics so then I can create a bunch of levels and stuff. So I'll be back once I finish doing that. Guys, so I'm back in the game and I've created these spikes, so they serve a very simple purpose, same in like Celeste I think. So when you collide with them, you basically just restart the level. I could have done it so you restart the whole game, but I feel like that'd be too mean. So you can collide with them and you light up red for a bit, you jump up, well you collide so you jump up a bit with it, and you shine red, there's a little sound effect, and you die. So there we go, you'll restart the level. I also wanted to do a sort of like, in Celeste you have to collect strawberries. In my case we need to collect toilet paper, because at the moment, you know, there is a lack of toilet paper everywhere. So there's a bit of toilet paper over there, and I added the same bit of code where it like bobs up and down. But basically you can jump up here, and when you collide with it, it does a little particle and it disappears. Right now there is no counter for it, but I'll be adding that next. So I'll add a little counter thing that comes up at the top here saying how much toilet paper you have basically. And I'll be back once I do that. Okay, so I have created a simple system of keeping track of the toilet paper. So there's a little UI on the side here that basically will keep track of it. I still need to play around with the way it displays, but currently you can go ahead and pick up the toilet paper and it will add one. The reason I left a gap of such big is because of this. Basically, if it's a double digit, it will look normally, but for some reason, if it's a singular digit, it doesn't. Which, I'm going to play around with it to make it work properly and display nicely, but once again, you can obviously use the gun to propel yourself here and pick up the toilet paper. I'm also going to create some sounds when you collide with the toilet paper, and I'll be back when I do that.
1 hour later.
So the first thing you may notice, there is a little sign here. You can walk up to it, and I'm probably going to change the arrow to white because it's not very visible, but you can press E and it will basically show you a little message. So for the time being, I've set it to use your gun to propel yourself, and this is your gun here. Now, it's a really easy way of editing this sign, so I can show you how to do that in a moment. I also added a few more spikes and like a little platform over here to try and like get across, so you can basically like propel yourself against the platform to jump to the other side. The next thing I did, if you may notice, there is no toilet paper side thing here anymore. Basically what happens now is when you collide with it, it will show up at the top and I'll do a little animation. I personally think this is a lot nicer and cleaner, and it doesn't take up much space. The next thing I did, which took quite a while, is the death scene. So earlier I had it so you would bounce up and then a little particle will show up and you will die, like the game will restart. Well, now what I've got it set to is, I'll show you in a moment, but when you collide, your character will also be like thrown, but this time he's changed his sprite to this like bloody kind of character. A blood particle like appears, some sound is made, and then he's knocked unconscious onto the ground, and we have a little transition. So I'll show you that now. So I can go ahead and die, and you can see I get floated and my eyes close. So once again, there's a little blood particle there. You can also see that I added, and that's the death animation. I think it's a lot more intuitive and the game feels a lot nicer with it. So now I'm going to be working on a few more mechanics and probably sprites. Whoops, I just walked up to that by accident. And yeah, I'll be probably back once I do that. Alright guys, so I've added a kind of grappling hook sort of rope thing, so let's go ahead and test it out. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think this is gonna work out well, so it probably might need some tweaking, but let's give it a go. Well, I mean, it creates a rope, we get velocity, probably a bit too much, and not the way I wanted it. Let me just go fix that, I'll be back in a minute. And then actually fix the rope a little bit now, so you don't go mad. There's a couple of things I changed. Basically, the acceleration of the rope velocity was a bit too high, so I had to turn that down. Another few things that I added, so you can now actually swing side to side when you press A and D, and also you can climb up the rope when you press W and S. So let's go ahead and check it out. So I can give myself a rope here. I can press S and W to climb up the rope, and then use W and A to swing. And also, you can get to you can get to a certain area where you get over it, like so, which is quite cool. A final thing I did is basically your velocity will transfer now. So if you build up some velocity and you jump off, your velocity transfers and you can just jump. So you can go ahead and do that, but now I've just died. So currently you can actually kind of use this rope to your advantage to sort of climb things, because you can just, you know, climb like this and basically just get past everywhere. But I'm going to now add a thing where you have to press a little circle, and that's where you can use your rope basically. So I'll be back once I do those little circles and I fix the rope a little bit and tweak it some more. Okay guys, so I have created a simple grapple point, and we can currently no longer grapple anywhere else we want, as you can see. But if I press it on here, I can easily grapple like such. If I release, it also changes color. So, changes sprite, sorry. So once we're grappled, it's going to be like this. And once we're not, it changes like so. Now, obviously, I'm not going to have the grapple point just there. I'm also going to change the color of it when you press it. And I guess now we've got these mechanics in, I'm going to start making some levels. And other than that, I'm probably also going to create some, like a main menu. So I'll be back once I make a main menu and some levels. Alright guys, so I have finished the game to the best of my ability. It's currently 6:42. I still have time till tomorrow, about, 10 AM or something. I forgot when I started. Anyway, I'm going to stop for now because I've done the best I can in this game right now. I added music, all of that stuff, and I'm going to be working on this game, I think, outside of videos as well, and having like regular updates, because I really enjoy this kind of idea of this game. Anyway, currently the game has 3 levels, which isn't much, I know, but I'm going to be adding more as time goes on. It also has a tutorial level, so that's actually 4 levels in total, I guess. Either way guys, if you'd like to speedrun the game and record it, I'd highly recommend it because I would be checking it out for you guys. And I'll leave links to this game in the description below. And if you have finished this game, comment down below how long it took you to finish it. This is basically it so far. And yeah, I added a few more sounds here and there, so you might like see some stuff. I also fixed a few little things here and there, but the game is currently finished, so thank you guys so much for watching and for the support. I'll see you guys later. Bye!